So in our last class, we were trying to understand Git architecture, right? So what is the workflow of Git? Theoretically, I have explained a little bit. So their focus was just, I wanted to introduce those words, like what is workspace, what is server, what is repository, that one. So today, actually, we are going to do it practically. So today we'll understand completely the workflow and all, workflow of Git. So that today we'll understand what actually we do in companies. Okay. So even if you had any confusion or any doubts related to previous class, that will be clarified in today's class. Okay. Fine. So let's get started now. See guys, I am taking two guys. Raj and Sai and Raj. Okay. Let me write here. So two people are there. One is Mr. Sai. So he is from Mumbai. One more guy is there. He is any name. He is from London. Resume. Okay, two people are there. So these two guys, they are working in one project. Okay. They are working in one project. Assume that they are developers. They are writing some code to create an application. Okay. So these two guys, even though they are working in one project, but their geographical locations are completely different. Correct? So let's see how they are going to use Git to store the code and to share that code. Okay. Now, okay, first Sai is going to start his work. Okay. So here, where is my cursor? Oh, yeah. Right, just 1 minute. Let me write again. Okay. So he's Sai. He's from Mumbai. He's Hari. He's from London. Okay. Now first Sai is going to start his work. So for that, first he is going to launch one EC2 instance. You can see Sai is going to launch one EC2 instance. Okay. This is one EC2 instance of Linux. You can give any name. I'll give a name called Mumbai EC2. Okay. First, let me launch. Okay. Then you'll understand. Go to AWS account. Next. Now you are familiar with launching instances. Okay. Now I'm in Mumbai. Sai is doing this right. That's why Sai is in Mumbai. Now Sai is going to launch one EC2 instance. So click here, EC2. Here we don't have any instances. So launch instance. Now Amazon, you can choose any Linux. I'm going to choose Amazon Linux, any Linux. Then T2 micro is more than enough. Then number of instances 1. 8 GB is fine. Then here I'll give Mumbai EC2. Okay. Next, create any security group. Git security group without 9 people. Okay. Open SH. HTTP not required, but better open. Okay. SH is mandatory. HTTP also you better open. Now review and launch. Let me create a new key pair. The key pair name I'll give as Mumbai Git 9 PM. Okay. Mumbai Git 9 PM. Now download key pair. 9:30, right? Yeah, fine, that's okay. 9:30 p.m. Mumbai Git 9:30 p.m. Download keeper and launch instances and view instances. See, this keeper I'm going to use again and again. That's why I'm going to take this one and I'm going to keep it in my keys folder. Fine. Now go inside this instance. Session, new session. Take that key. Mumbai Git 9:30 p.m. Okay. Fine. Now what we'll do, this Hari also, Hari is right here. He is also going to launch one EC2 instance. This one. This is Hari's EC2 instance. Let me give a name. I'll give a name as London EC2. Okay. So let me launch one more instance. Guys, what actually happens here? Hari is in London, right? So what we do in companies, everyone will log into the same AWS account. Okay, so company will have, complete company will have one AWS account. So those who are sitting in Mumbai, they will work everything in Mumbai region. Suppose, so Hari is in London, right? What he is going to do, Hari also will log into the same account, but Hari is going to work in London region. Okay, so that is so everyone will log into the same account, but they work in their respective regions. Okay, now see here it's London, so Hari is going to work over here. Okay, now let me launch one instance. Select T2 micro. Next, give any name. I'll give as London EC2. Okay, London EC2. Next, security group. Git security group 9:30 p.m. Now open SHN HTTP. Review and launch, and let's create a new key pair. Guys, security groups and key pairs are personal to regions. Okay, so the key pairs and security groups which are in one region, those you cannot use in other region. That's why I'm creating new things. Okay, here I'll give that key pair name as is Mumbai Git 9:30 p.m. right? Here I'll give as London Git 9:30 p.m. London Git 9:30 p.m. Now download key pair and launch instance. Now view instances. So I'll secure this key pair also. I'll keep it in my keys folder. Now let's go inside this instance as well. I'll open a new tab, here, new session. So here to what I'll do, I'll change the color. So go to terminal settings. Here you can choose any predefined things. So I'll choose Solarizer Dark. Select this one and click on OK. That's it. So here you can see some changes in the color. Okay. So two instances are there. One is running in Mumbai, one is running in London. Okay. So one is being operated by Mr. Sai, another one is Mr. Hari. Okay. Now in these two instances, we are going to install Git. So they are going to install Gits. Okay. Sai is going to install Git here and Hari is going to install Git in their own machines. So after installing Git only, they can run Git related commands, right? You can see here, this is. So let's install Git in both machines. Here in this mobile extreme, let me rename this tab. Mobile EC2. You can see tab name got renamed just for easy identification. Here, London EC2. Okay. So if you want to run commands in multiple machines, so here in mobile extreme we have an option, that is click here view and click here show buttons, show both. Click here show both. When you click on both, here you can see multi-execution, right? This option. When you click that, you can see two terminals will be opened side by side. So whatever command you type here now, that will be executed in both commands, both machines. Let me show you. Sudo, you can see su minus. See, that is getting executed in both machines in one go. So it's a option which is there in mobile extreme. Yeah. Now let's run yum update -5. Yum update -5, because you can see there are some updates are there, right? So that's yum update -5. Enter. So it will take all updates. Okay, done. So clear the screen, Control C. That's it. Now we are going to install Git in both machines. So how to install Git? Right? Yum install Git -5. Okay, so this Git package is already there in Red Hat repository. These are so common package. That's why you need not to download, straight away you can install. Enter. Yeah, done. So we have installed Git successfully. So how to verify whether we have installed properly or not? You can use this one. Which Git? Yes, Git is a. If you want to see the version of Git, command is git space --version. You can say this is a version. Just remember this version, guys, because sometimes they might ask in interview, say which version of Git you are using. So that time you should say, any number you can say, but make sure that you are saying something in 2 series. Okay, 2 series. Yeah. Now after that, we have to do one more thing. That is, observe carefully here. When we add and commit, every commit will have commit ID along with name, email, and all. Everything is right. Let me show you. See. Focus on my blue color. Yeah. See here. When you create any file, when you add, when you commit, you'll get one commit ID. This will have ID along with that date, at which date you committed, and time, along with author. Author means Sai name, and also his email also. Email. So commit ID contains all these information. Why? Because see, once they commit, they are going to push here. Then Hari is going to pull that one. Then Hari, by seeing that commit, he should understand, right? Hey, this commit belongs to whom? So what is the commit ID? At which time he committed? Who created that commit? And what is his email? So that if he has any queries, he should be able to contact Mr. Sai. Correct or not? So commit ID should have this author name, email, and all, right? By default, take ID, time, date, and all. Now we need to set email, author name, and email, so that every time we commit will have this author name and email. So those we are going to set now. Okay, so how we are going to do it? Simple. So to set those things, we have to run one command, that is git config --global. Git config -global user.name. Here they give their respective names. Okay, they give their own respective names. So here in first machine, Sai will give his name, and next second machine, Hari will give his name. So what you do, you click here, exit multi-execution mode. Okay. Or else, you can disable. See here, instead of that, you can click here. You can see disable. When you disable, see when you type, that won't be typed in other machines. See, in first machine, I'm giving Sai. Now you enable this one, and you disable this one. Now here you give Hari. That is okay. Yeah, done. So git config ffn global user.name. Global means for this entire machine globally. Okay. So in these machines, when we commit, that commit will have this name in this Mumbai EC2 instance and this name in London EC2 instance. That is all. Got it? Now press enter. That's it. Now name is fine. Email ID also, right? We need to do it. Just repeat the same command. Just here in place of name, see here, you mentioned email. So, if at all any problem is there while executing multi-execution mode, you type separately in two different machines. Okay, you type separately so that it won't create. Just to save time, I'm typing these commands in one go in both machines. So git config fn global user.email and they are going to give their respective emails. Okay, so here assume that you can give any email, that's up to you. In company generally we give our valid email IDs. Okay, so let me disable, and here let me give my email. So here see he is giving Sai 3cs okay at gmail.com. Any I'm giving just one of my mails. Okay, and disable, and here just disable. Here Hari also will give Hari's email ID. Assume that his email ID is Hari 3cs. Just assume. Okay, Hari 3cs at gmail.com, Sai 3cs at gmail.com. Right? Everything is fine. Now press enter. That's it. Over. So we have set up name and email ID. Now let's verify whether you set properly or not. If you want to verify, the command is git config ffn global hyphen list. Okay, git config ffn list. That's it. Just to verify whether you set properly or not. Now enter. So they should be able to see their names and email IDs. You can see here Sai, name is Sai and email is Sai 3cs. Now here Hari, name is there and Hari 3cs. So whenever they commit, that commit ID will have this name and email ID also. That is the reason we are setting these global configurations. Got it? Yeah, that's it. My two machines are ready. Okay, two machines are ready. Now, so team lead is right. As these two guys are having his own team lead, his team lead. That team lead, he's going to create account in GitHub. Okay, let me show you. See here, this is a GitHub account. This is a GitHub account. So his team lead is going to create one GitHub account. So by using company's official email ID. So let's see how we are going to create GitHub account. Simple guys, go to GitHub. Right? Okay, so actually my credentials are saved. That's why it is showing like this. Let me log out. Yeah. So when you type GitHub, you can see something like this. Here it will ask you to sign in or sign up. So if you have account, directly you can sign in. If you don't have account, just sign up. So click here, sign up. Yeah. When you click on sign up here, yeah, here you enter your email ID, any email ID. For example, I'm giving my email ID. Okay, click on continue. Enter a invalid email because see, this email I have used Let me give any other email, whatever. No. Any, you give valid email ID. Okay, then continue. These also actually I used. I'll tell you what it is going to ask. Just 4 things, guys. It is going to ask just 4 things. Okay. One is you enter your email ID. When you click on continue, it will ask you to enter password. Just to create password. You give password. Again, it will ask you to confirm the password. Just give that password, and it will ask you to enter any name. Any name. You can give any name. That should be unique name. So when you log in, either you can use this email ID or that name to log into your GitHub. That's it. 4 things: email, password, confirm password, and name. That's it. Now click on continue. That's it. Account will be created, and no need credit card, debit card, nothing. It's a free account. Okay. So that's why you can just trade. Since already I'm having my account, that's why I'm going to log into existing account. See here, it is asking either you can give username or email. Username is the name. I told you, right? Either you can give name or email ID that you use to create your account. So you can give any name. See here, my actual GitHub account is with Sai4CS. Again, see guys, Sai has given his email Sai3CS. This is Sai's own email ID, Sai3CS. But GitHub is there, it is with Sai4CS. It is company's email ID. Assume that company's email ID by using which team lead is creating one account. Okay, that's all. Now password, you already have created password. Give that password. Now sign in. That's it. So when you log in, yes, you can see this kind of dashboard. For me, it is showing in a black. For you, it will show in a blue. And I mean white. Because in my browser, I kept in a dark mode. That's why it is showing. Okay. Now left side, you can see so many repositories here, right? Repositories. If you click here, so many repositories are there. But in your GitHub account, you won't find any repository because yours is going to be new one, right? So you don't find any repository. That's okay, no problem. Okay, so you have created one GitHub account. Now what we'll do here, we are going to create one, this team lead is going to create one repository. Team lead is going to create one repository. So he can give any name, that's up to you. Let's give central repo, whatever name he wants that he can give. Assume that he is giving a name to that repository called central repo. Repository means what? Storage. Okay. So to create a repository, here you can see new, right? Click here, new. And here you give, what is this name? I told you that while creating account, apart from email ID, you have to give your name also. That should be unique. See, I have given this name, Sai DevOps faculty. This is a name. Okay. Here you can give any name. Central repo. Okay, see here. Just one second. In my account already, this repo is there with this name. Let me delete so that let me create again. I mean, don't worry, I'm not doing anything. What are already repositories, right? That I'm actually deleting. Anyways, in your account, you won't find this on it. So you need not worry at this stage. Just I paused my screen, guys. I'm deleting existing one. Later on, I'll show you how to delete existing repositories also. As of now, why I pause? Just to avoid confusion. Okay. So, yeah. So now I'm going to create one repository. You click here, new. Here you give any name. I'll give central repo. Okay. So you can see in a green color tick mark means yes, you can take that repository. In your GitHub account, you don't have any other repository with this name, right? Okay. Optional description. If you want, you can give any description. That's not mandatory. Make sure that public is selected. Later on, we are going to talk about private repositories later on. But as of now, make sure that public is selected. That's it. Just click here, create repository. Okay. That's it. So we have created one repository. in my GitHub account, I have created one repository that name is central repo, that is public repository. Okay. So after creating, you can see something, some commands and all. Okay, that's okay. Just keep it like that only. I'm not going to do anything as of